speaking of being that woman, I think this is the perfect time to be inspired by one of the ultimate leaders in Mary Kay, our independent national sales director. As a newcomer to Canada from the Philippines, independent national sales director Elena Sarmago longed to fulfill her dream of building a better life and future for her young family. So when a photo of Mary Kay Ash was revealed during a lunch hour skincare class at the office where she worked as a secretary, Elena says that it was love at first sight. She says it was as if Mary Kay was looking straight at me, saying, "Come and join us. This is what you've been praying for." Elena started her business in October of 1980 and debuted as an independent sales director just 1 year later. A go-getter from the beginning, Elena earned her first pink Cadillac in 1982 and is currently driving her 12th pink Cadillac. Our seminar stage in the Court of Sharing 3 times. She has also represented her unit in the Circle of Achievement and Excellence an amazing 21 times. And in 1996, she was the #2 sales director in all of Canada. Elena has earned top sales director status 7 times, where she enjoyed and celebrated her accomplishments on top director trips to Hawaii, Greece, Mexico, Paris, Alaska, Thailand, and Switzerland. The pinnacle of success in her Mary Kay career was debuting as an independent national sales director in June of 2007. Elena is a Mary Kay millionaire, having earned over $2.3 million in commissions. Elena is motivated by people who tell her that she can't do it, and says that her best asset is her focus and determination. Her favorite vacation spot is the Philippines. Before we meet her, let's take a look at her amazing journey.
Every time I see that, it just touches my heart so much, and I said, I have come so far in Mary Kay. So welcome to Career Conference. I am so honored, happy, and excited to be here in the beautiful city of Vancouver. You know, Mary Kay was asked once, what is your favorite city, Mary Kay? Guess what she answered? Vancouver. Mary Kay once said, with all my heart, I believe that the one quality which sets Mary Kay Cosmetics apart from other companies is our commitment to the golden rule and the go-give spirit. The very foundation of this company is based on the premise of helping others. By applying the go-give principles, you have the opportunity to enrich the lives of others on a daily basis. All you have to do to be successful is remember that if you help enough people get what they want, you will get what you want. In Mary Kay, you have to know what heart is. The heart is the pulsating center that supplies our life force. In our company, this force is the go-give spirit, the willingness to help one another. We are not just selling cosmetics, we are changing lives. I hope that you will practice the golden rule and make the go-give spirit an important part of your business. The best formula for success, I know, is to subtract hate, divide kindness, multiply with love, and add God. In this, our 50th anniversary, let us remind ourselves that Mary Kay is calling us to a higher standard of doing business. She spoke about the independent sales directors as if we were her daughters that she called to help her with a mission of enriching women's lives. It is important that we continue to read her books and listen to her recordings. Her legacy and dream for women must continue to live on through us, and we need to take responsibility to ensure that we pass it on to the next generations to come. My first message to you this evening is about courage. The courage to take risks, make wise decisions, and the courage to dream and set big goals. Claire Booth Lucas once said, "Courage is the ladder on which all other virtues mount." In other words, without courage, we will not have the opportunity to use other virtues like patience, persistence, determination, loyalty, and commitment. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting through and despite fear. It takes courage to make decisions and to stand by them. One of the most significant decisions I ever made in my Mary Kay career was when I decided to quit my full-time job and do this business full-time. Was I scared? Of course. But in looking back, it became one of the best decisions I ever made because it allowed me to rely 100% in my Mary Kay business for the earnings that I need to survive and to support my family. Courageous people are brave, daring, decisive, bold, and audacious. Most importantly, they are not afraid to make mistakes. They know that it is through failures that they learn and grow, and they realize that setbacks are just a setup for a comeback. People of courage may be quiet and shy, but they get up every day with renewed commitment and determination that today is another day, another opportunity to grow, make plans, and take action on their goals. Courage does not always have to roar like a lion, but it's also the quiet resolve of getting up every time you get knocked down and start all over again. People of courage are humble and teachable. They know that this business is not always easy, and they're willing to be coached and mentored by the people above them. Now, the good news is that anyone can have courage. You just need to apply and practice it over and over again. The perfect partner for courage is passion. With passion, your courage muscles get harder and stronger. Passion ignites excitement and enthusiasm, which is so contagious. It affects everyone that you meet. Passion comes from a great love for this business, the people, and the Mary Kay culture. So how many of you can honestly say that you are passionate about your Mary Kay business? My next message is changing your life through the power of positive thinking. This is a true story of a woman named Linda Defoe. Linda was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, the kind that attacks the joints and cripples people. It took over her body. It hurt to walk, even to talk. The joints in her jaws got dislocated that for 8 weeks she was sucking mashed potatoes through a straw. Over time, her fingers cramped and pulled as they became weak and disfigured. The pain was unbearable. Linda's doctor was baffled. After months of treatment, most of his patients would have found a drug that worked for them. Thankfully, he did not give up, and instead resorted to less conventional methods. He told Linda to start writing a journal. So she started writing. The past few years have been difficult for her. She went through a stressful divorce, and now with this destructive disease, how could her life get any worse? On paper, the message was loud and clear. Negative thoughts were dominating and controlling her life. Sorry. But she made a turnaround. She realized that dwelling on her problems only made her disease worse. So as difficult as it was, she began to take a good look at herself. She realized that she was lucky in many ways. She had 2 wonderful children and a family who loved her. And she wasn't dying of cancer or an incurable disease. It could be much worse. Linda finally made a decision to make the disease that she hated so bad work for her instead of against her. In her words, she said, "I dug deep and surprised even myself. I found courage and determination I never knew I had. In studying the Bible, I came across King Solomon, who said that we have 2 choices in life. Live a good life and enjoy our health, or allow a broken spirit to dry up our bones." I decided to go with the first suggestion. I accepted my disability and vowed to get on with my life. But in order to make it work, I had to do away with negative thinking. Her decision to think positive led to positive results. First of all, she went back to college and discovered that she loved to write. How can she write with her crippled fingers? She discovered by accident a fat pencil, one that children use at first grade. So with the eraser side, she began to type one alphabet at a time until she got good at it. She said, "As I continued to write, the more consumed I was by it, and the more I concentrated on writing my stories, the less pain I felt. And now, instead of sitting idle with a heating pad in my shoulders and tears in my eyes, I had a notebook in my hand writing down new ideas for my new story." The negative thoughts have disappeared and have been replaced with positive ones. She realized what a significant role worry and fear played in the onset and the gravity of her disease. And this is her advice to all of us. Negative thoughts cannot thrive unless nurtured. So take Solomon's advice and choose a cheerful life. Linda's story is inspiring for all of us in Mary Kay. It affirms the fact that the mind is indeed very powerful and that it can heal us or make us sick, work for us or against us, depending on what we choose to focus, on the negative or on the positive things in our life. The person who really wants to do something finds a way. The other person just finds an excuse. So make a decision today to get rid of any excuses of why you can't succeed in Mary Kay. Remember, every time you make an excuse, you weaken yourself. So repeat after me. You're all going to say it. No more excuses. No more excuses. excuses.